Yeah, back at it, I can't lose it. It's more than rap, more than music. You with a win or you cruising. I tell you facts, don't confuse it. It's all mine, looking like go time. I keep living, legends don't die. I keep saying bless, I'm gon' thrive. When you know it's yours, you gon' shine. They try to tell me I'm on my own. Little you know, I've been there before. Man, I want everything I'm on. What do you know? It's mine. Yeah, what do you know? It's mine. Yeah, what do you know? It's mine. Yeah, I'm coming for all of the mold. You know I reap what I sow. What do you know? It's mine. Nobody else, ain't nobody welcome to try to take it from me. Oh, you think it's funny, man? Nobody here do the helping. It was me. Doors will look, had to find me a key. Stand in the fire 100 degrees. Look at my face, it's hard to believe. I stood in the pit, but I came out a king. I ain't pragmatic, but let's have at it. All of it's mine. See my crime? It's a bad habit. Yeah, I'm coming to take back what's mine. You better relax. No strings are attached. You hear screams in the back. This is a song for everyone who wants it back. You better go wild and act. That's facts.
chase the morning sun. Here and now, we've only just begun. Open eyes as we chase the morning sun. Here and now, we've only just begun. Open eyes as we chase the morning sun. Here and now, we've only
Hello? Oh, it worked this time. Nice. Hi. Hi. I was making a tea while also saving ladybugs, as you call in North America. Hello. What's going on? Hi, Scott. Hi, Robin. Hi, anyone who's lurking, hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Why is my mic broken? Mic's fine. The mic's fine. The problem was the mixer. It just died. It straight up just died, man. And I couldn't even do client calls during the week. It was that bad. Like I had to start using the shitty little webcam that I have. Like not this one. I use like a different one for work because it's connected to my Mac. And it was really bad. It was just really bad. I thought I fixed it. It wasn't the cable. It was just the mixer was dead. And it just fully died. Like every single channel on it died. There was nothing I could plug into that would solve it or anything. That's why laptops are great. I mean, I guess because they have the mic built in, but also like having a nice microphone can be really conducive to like, obviously for streaming and for content creation, but also for me, it's just like I like having, especially if you're going to be in a long meeting where, let's say I have to make tutorials, let's say I'm doing tutorials or anything like that, I do think it has an impact on the quality of the learning or like the interaction. If it's just not tinny and shit and you hear everything in the room, I think it does, you know, I'm interested in that stuff, so I'm very biased towards it, but I think it does make a big difference. But laptops can be really, really useful. It's just, I don't like having my laptop, because I mean, even on the Mac, I can use my phone, right? I can use my phone as a microphone. I don't like, the most I have on my phone is Teams, just because I need to, because often if I'm at the gym, I still need to like check my phone and everything, but I don't like using my phone as the microphone. I like having it very separate. Like the Mac Mini is like my work. I use it for like editing and video stuff, yes, but it's my work PC, or work computer, I should say, not PC. I mean, PC still works, right? Like all Macs are PCs, but not all PCs are Macs kind of thing. The company owns that laptop if there's issues. Yeah, I wish our company doesn't do that. We don't have the resources for that. There should be something like that where it's like they give, I mean, it depends on the studio, right? Because if it's a big studio, they might give you, especially in production, they'll give you a laptop. I wouldn't get one though, regardless. Unless the sound laptop dies, then you're in the same situation. You have to go external unless when you send the entire, yeah, that is a big problem. That is a big problem of like, that's the duality of having something that's all inclusive, right? Regardless of like, if something goes wrong on it, the whole thing's got to go, right? You've got to find a workaround and a solution and whatnot. So, yeah. Anyway, hi, hello. Still very warm in here. I'm gonna turn the other fan on. 1 sec. I've got the AC going, but I only turned it on like 30 minutes ago. So yeah. If my company had issues and I have laptops provided, oh, I mean, very much different field though, right? Of like, if you're in production in my field, it makes sense to have laptops and them to give you a laptop. Maybe you like leave it at work and it's a work laptop, but on remote systems, like even with Shay, right? He has a laptop provided to, I think he has a laptop provided to him, because not only is it like the sensitive information, but it's also like, you're working for us or using our system kind of thing, right? Like it should be ready to go, and you shouldn't have to take on the financial and technical burden just to do your job in a very technical job, right? In the same way, it's like that happened with a lot with video effects, right? Is a lot of people, when it came to, you know, COVID and the pandemic and being remote, a lot of them didn't even have a desk at home. You know, which was surprising to me, but I think it's at the same time, I have a very different interest of like having a computer, having a setup, having a gaming setup, or whatever it might be in content creation. I was basically ready to go. A lot of people were just like, yeah, I'm on my dining room table with a laptop and that's it. And I'm just like, I would lose my mind. Like they'd have not even like have an extra monitor. They didn't even have like, they'd have like an iPad, right? That was their setup at home. They didn't, you know, and you kind of forget in that way of like, oh, right, people don't, sometimes you kind of build your own biases around how people live. Like, yeah, of course everyone has like a nice TV. Of course everyone does. And then you go to someone's house and it's like, they have a 32-inch TV that has motion smoothing on and the bezels this bit, you know, like they don't even, you know, they just use the TV speakers, and the TV is like 9 years old, and you're just like, oh, okay, and you kind of ruin it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You have the typical Pinterest lady TV where it's the smallest TV. I don't know what it is. Like, I understand that a lot of women don't really watch a lot of TV, or they do. You know, I don't want to get into stereotypes of like what stuff is watched, but definitely it's a more tech orientated thing, especially a film thing where it's like, I have a big TV and I have a nice TV. But if I've ever been to like someone else's house, like my friend Becky, or if I've dated someone or whatever, they always have a really old, small TV mounted really, really high. Like, uncomfortable, like it's almost on the ceiling. Shit on Becky. I do. I made so much fun of Becky seeing her TV of like, it was like 480p. She was playing some Wii game on it or something, and it had like, it was like not fitting to the screen, so it just had you had the bezel, and then you had the black border around it because it wasn't scaled to fit. So it was like a 720p TV with like 360p content, but it wasn't scaled. It was like 1-to-1 resolution. You just don't care. I mean, that's absolutely it. I mean, that's definitely what it is. But at the same time, I'm one, not shitting on women. I want to make that clear. What I'm saying is, in terms of the internal bias, you kind of build your own system or your own world in your head of like, oh, well, everyone would have it, you know, it's 2025. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Get TV in Calgary, Walmart. I mean, hey, deal is a deal. But you have this thing of, it's like, oh, I assume everyone has like a 55-inch TV. It doesn't have to be new, and you go and you're like, oh, like this came out when I was in high school kind of TV. Like, it's one step above like the CRT that's like this deep, and it has like the full back, and you're just like, and it's mounted like, you know, when you go into a grocery store and they have the CCTV and they have the TV, it's mounted like that, and I'm like, how can you see anything? Not just like because of the size of the screen. It's up there. It's on the roof. How is this like comfortable? It's like, oh, you know, you don't have to have it, you know, wall mounted or whatever, but usually it's like a high shelf, and I'm like, what the fuck? I do know some CRTs that are for sale if you want OG gear. I kind of do, honestly. I think it would be useful because I think if I want to do anything like retro, when we did this short film it's called Do You Copy? We bought like a VHS thing, and we were like, oh yeah, we can't actually do anything with this. Like, it won't connect to anything. There's no anything. And I was like, if I ever want to do something that's kind of like a little bit more retro, check the shipping. I don't know if it'd survive. Thing is that I still live like a college kid, and then you walk to an apartment, it's decorated stuff, and matching, and I go, oh. I mean, I do to an extent too. My stuff is very hodgepodge of like, I'm trying to like swap it all out and get it better, because it's like, I still have so much furniture from different stages of my life, where it's like, I still have the IKEA side tables from like my first apartment of the first furniture that I bought, you know? And so it's like, I have these like 2015 side tables that aren't great. They've survived the move somehow. And then, you know, I only recently got a new bed frame. I still have the same mattress from 10 years ago. I need to get a new mattress. Yes, I'm waiting for a better deal. I still have that tab open that you sent me, Scott. I still have the tab open waiting for like a better deal. And pay off like a little bit more of my credit. Like, my credit card's actually not in a bad spot right now, but I've got to be a little careful with stuff. I don't want to go too crazy. Cam, so should you get a really furniture? You start over all IKEA again. I got the bed frame from Article. I'm really happy with the bed frame. I really, really like it. I want a new mattress. I do need to do an IKEA thing. This like, it's not shitting on IKEA. It's more just like, the stuff I have is like old, but not in like a good way. It's not like a vintage. I'm gonna change out of the directory. I just realized I'm in the directory of the game. I want like nicer stuff. Like I'm okay if it's like older in a vintage kind of way. It's more just like it's old as in like it's just cheap, very, very cheap furniture. I want to get what size bed? I ended up getting a queen. Because I looked at the king in terms of the size of the room, and it was more of like I did want a king and it would fit, but I think it would have just an impact of like the flow of the room. Like it would have basically been from the wall out to like where the door was, and so trying to get around it just wouldn't quite make sense. 999. Wait, really? Is that like the sale right now? I'll have to check it when I'm done. I'll spend that. I don't want to spend like crazy amount. I think I still have the tab open. I'll double check it, but I decided on a queen because it was just like they're about 50%. Okay, I'll double check that because I still have the Sleep Country, the King's Down one that you said about. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll check that after stream, so I still have the notification. The King one, it was like double the price for everything. It would fit in the space, but it would be to a detriment of anything else. Like if I ever had anyone stay over, it'd be very hard for them to get around to the other side. And so I think just in terms of functionality of the room, it didn't make a lot of sense. I think that because the way the bedroom is set up, it's like the washer dryer is like in the hallway, and where it kind of juts out, the back of it is into the bedroom. So you kind of lose a little bit of square foot. So it's not a truly square room. If that wasn't there, king all the way, baby. King all the way. Because I have a big amount of like floor space between the side of the bed and the wardrobe. It would fit. But because of the wall where it juts out, it would basically block the access from the door. The door would hit the bed. So you'd have to step in the room, close the door, and then step over the bed to get to the wardrobe. And I was like, that's not what I really want. Like that over time would become really annoying, or I'd have to shove the bed all the way over to the wall, and then if anyone stayed, there's no way for them to kind of get out of bed on their side of it and go around. They would have to crawl over the bed, right? And I just think that like, again, over time, that would just become a grating thing to do. I'd rather have just a more functional space, because yeah, you know, it's just a wider bed. Like, it would be nice one day if I got another place. I would definitely do it. Hello. Apparently, we're taking the whole table with us this time. There we go. Thank you. I'm having a tea because I've already had 2 coffees. Okay, I'm thinking someone's got. Yeah, unlikely. Very, very unlikely. I did have a date. So the reason I ended stream yesterday, because I was like, I didn't end up going to the gym, so that's why I'm still wearing the same things yesterday, because it's like I showered and I was ready and I was going to go to the gym after stream, but I streamed too late, and then they came over at like 6:30. They came, so I had a date last night. We went out, we went and had a drink. We went to go get pizza at a specific place. We got there, they didn't do pizza, but they had this like Italian food truck next to it, and we're like, oh, okay. They didn't do pizza either, which is kind of insane. They only did like bread and pasta, and what's the other thing? Agacchini or something? I can't remember what the name is. It's like deep fried balls with rice and cheese. They came over and pegged you. I wish, dude. I wish. Whew. That's the dream. I can't remember what it's called. Pizza is different oven. True, but I mean, I feel like pizza makes sense for like something like that, because the regular place usually does it, and then they're like, oh, we're not doing pizza, but there's a food truck, and you go to the food truck and you're like, you're doing bowls of pasta. 15% of Italian food, yeah, but it was like bowls of pasta, and then it was like focaccia, but it wasn't focaccia bread, it was just sourdough and like the oil and the vinegar that you could dip. And it was like, it was fine, but it was expensive. And we were like, oh, okay. So we didn't get pizza there. And they just like didn't have a lot of stuff. And it was like, oh, okay. Walked around. We went to pick up some other stuff. I got some Chinese food on the way back because I was like, I'm still starving. I ate like a lot of bread, but that's all I ate. So I got some Chinese food. And then we came back to my place and we watched a movie. So we watched Bring Her Back. It's the second film from the same people who made Talk to Me. Really, really good. Really, really good. It is a horror film, but it's not like a jump scare horror film. It's very much like, tone-wise, very similar tone vein of Talk to Me, but they definitely take it further. It does deal with things like domestic abuse and things like that. Like, it does deal with those themes, but there's like, it's a possession horror film, and so there's no jump scares, but it gets very like, ugh, those things are like, I can't look at the screen. It was, ugh. You missed out on having a private showing of your movies? Yeah. Yeah. That sounds horrendous. Me just being like, and then this, and then, no, absolutely not. Because then we end up at the Mars Bar video, right? And then I have to explain the Mars Bar video. I don't want to do that. That's not something you want to do. So we watched the movie. Pretty gross. If you're into like a little bit like body horror stuff, it gets pretty like graphic. Not in like when I say like domestic violence, it's very separated from that. There's nothing like, it's not like base noir or irreversible. It's not like that kind of stuff. It's just very like, you know, gruesome, I guess, like gore, like very, but very, very good film. I've definitely watched a little bit like, because I just don't like, I like it, but I just don't like seeing it of like certain things. I don't want to ruin it for anyone. Highly recommend it. If you like those type of films, but it does deal with very heavy topics of like family and abuse and things like that. Like, it does deal with heavy topics, so I don't recommend it for everyone, but just, yeah, it's very, very good. Very, very, especially for a second film by the people who do Raka Raka on YouTube, which is insane. Because if you watch any of the videos, you would never associate like, oh, these guys clearly made Talk to Me in this, right? But yeah, it's very interesting because I think that they are really good at telling very dramatic stories, but I think it's very, very smart that they do it under horror, because like, as much as it's well made, I don't think people would watch those type of movies if they weren't horror films, right? Or labeled as horror films, right? So I think it's very, and so I think they blend it really, really well. It's good. So we watched that, and the girl, so she had a glass of wine, and like reached for the glass of wine, knocked it forward. Luckily it was white wine. Red wine, I think I would have been like, oh, fuck my rug, my brand new rug, and my couch, and my like cream pillows. They would have been completely fucked. But anyway, like, it's at the end of the day, shit happens, right? So it was white wine. She knocked it forward and it spilled forward. She saved it, pulled it back, but as she pulled it back, she whipped it, and the wine whipped out all over her, all over the couch, all over the rug, all over the pillow, all over the cushions. And so, like, luckily I have a spot cleaner from when I had Teddy, but I didn't have any of the cleaning solution left, because I used it when I moved out my last place to, like, wet back the floor. And so I just put, like, I don't know, dish soap and warm water. So she had to strip. No, she didn't. I offered, like, clothes, but she was wearing a dress, so she's like, well, it won't cover that. And I'm like, I can give you pants. And she's like, oh, well, that won't fit. And I was like, okay, like, I'm trying to offer solutions here. It's like, I'm not trying to, like, make you sit there nude or in the wet or anything like that. So yeah, it wasn't like she got it all over. It was just like little bits around here, and it was like on her face, everything. And so yeah, there was like that. So I had to like spot vac the couch. We had like stop the movie and do that. So today, like, I mean, granted, I'm always fucking late, but I had to. I got up, I started getting ready. I was out of coffee, went and got some coffee, came back, and I've just been like, did a little bit more of the spot vacuuming just to be safe. I like inspected the cushions. The cushions are okay. I stripped the ones that were affected last night, and then I just had to like wash them and deal with that. And then like the rug and everything. It's like, you know, it is what it is. I'll buy more solution and I'll do a proper like deeper clean. I might look at getting like a wet vac for the rug, like a proper one, but I don't really need it right now. I just think like it's a bit of a pain to do it with a spot vac. Like, it's not made for that. It's not a wet vac. It's like a spot cleaner for like pets, right? It's like if you get a small stain, you do that. It's not for the whole thing. But it's the only rug I have, so it's not like I need it a ton, but like it's useful for the couch and everything. So yeah, I had to like deal with that a little bit today. So that added a little bit of time. It's not a big deal. Like end of the day, like I said, it wasn't red wine. That would have stained the carpet and it would have the rug, and it would have been like, oh, good job I got it on sale, I guess. Like I'm not gonna be mad at someone for that. Like accidents happen, and so you know it is what it is. But I still had to like deal with that today. I'm very glad we got it when we did, because it didn't really smell or anything today, and it was fine. So yeah. Other news, Alberta is going to get out of the CPP, get their own police force, have their own immigration and other... Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. So, yeah, good luck people in Alberta. So they're basically just trying to... I mean, they've always have been, but they're trying to turn it into a seceded Texas. Have their own immigration is crazy. I mean, Quebec has been trying all of... Like, Quebec has their own things like that already, but, like, Quebec's been trying to do all that, too, and it's like... I don't know. I don't understand Albert. Like, it's hard because it's like when you see people, especially on like dating apps here too, with like conservative, it's not the same as being a conservative in the US, but there is this aspect of just like, what the fuck do you believe in? Because it is such a wide spectrum of what that could mean in Canada. Because you get someone who like might be like labeled as conservative, especially when you see like it's always interesting to see like a person of color and you're just like, really? Because like, you know, if you're like MAGA conservative and you're a person of color, it's like, I find that a little like, you know, you do you, but I'm like, that's the leopards eating faces party, right? You do know, you're voting for the leopards that eat faces party, right? But yeah. At the same time, the whole party is collapsing. Like, who knows? I am a little bit worried that it's like, it's bad now with all that stuff. And I'm like, I do feel like it's only going to get worse. Like, it's a floodgate of like, you know, PP. I don't know if he's going to get his seat back or anything. People might be done. But that also opens up the door for someone far worse to come in, right? There is a better the devil you know, where it's like, you've got this little cook boy who hasn't won in years, and it's been very easy to deal with and everything. But then the rise of like fascism and the extreme right-wingness and people not voting for him because they don't think he's right enough, it opens up a very different world that we're going into. And it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's like, man, I don't want the next 20 years of our lives to be like wasted on this to a point of no return. In a lot of ways, and then we have to spend the next 10 years pulling it back and like getting back to what it used to be, and it's just like I don't know. That feels like we only get a short period of time on this planet. Why have we got to like make it worse for everyone? It's such a strange thing. Such a strange thing. All right, Robin's gonna go to bed soon, so I need to stop playing wordplay because I need Robin to help me actually like beat legendary mode. Just saying. So I better start the game. That's the whole thing. All right, pause the music. I'm building my entire stream around you, Robin. Just letting you know, okay? Just letting you know. This is how it works now. Yeah. So close. So close. Unbelievably close. Okay. So it's like... There's no Q... Well, QU... Quota? Quote? Quota? Totem? Let me finish. Okay. There's INT, TION. There's no LURE, TURE. Motor. Motion. Let's go with Imagine things should need an ESL person. Yeah, I do. That's 1,000%. That's why I play them. There's no A. Quota. Well, there we go. You should have seen it yesterday, Scott. Like, we got super far thanks to everyone in chat. I just want to be. It's not like it. Like, with backseating on this, it's very different, right? Mind. Timid. Mood. END. Mounted. Mounted. There's no S. I was gonna be like dismantle, maybe. So back to when I was an au pair and all the German high school kids come over to babysit, did better English than the parents. Oh yeah, I mean, we don't practice it. We very much default to that kind of stuff, right? There is difference of like, you actively learned the language. We didn't. It's very passive of how we kind of do it. So like, there is very little active effort, especially on my part. I don't really read very often. I'm sure it shows through. Can always refresh on this. Pyre. Peer. Irrel. Peril. Peril. Wait, you know how to read? Barely. Barely. I'm just guessing. I just see the shapes of the things that you type and I hope for the best. Same time, I had a very little everyday vocabulary because you stopped using that in grade 8 and just analyze poems and political speeches. Yeah, see, we weren't taught to do that. We were taught key skills, which is basically how to write a resume to apply for a manual or menial job. That was it. You were, especially in the British, I hope it's different now, but you were basically, where I was from, just educated enough to enter the workforce just to perpetuate the workforce. That was it. There was no elevated, you go on and do other things. Like, it looked good for them. High school, it was like, it looked good for them for the amount of people that went to college level, which is now sixth form. So that's 16 to 18. But it was really just like, you went into trade. Like, you went and did an apprenticeship as a plumber, an electrician, things like that. You were taught the bare bones, like how to write a resume. Like, you know, there was no aim for higher education. There was in some ways, but at the same time, it was like, we're teaching you how to write a resume so you can get a job at the supermarket, you know? Like, we had to do, not that I don't think it doesn't have value, but you were basically taught how to do, like, touch typing so that you could work as, like, a receptionist, you know? It was like all of the key skills that you were taught were just how to do entry-level admin. It was just how to do admin. That was it. Me, Mariano, getting true, yeah. That's the other side of the coin, yeah. Kind of left to fend for yourself. But it's just like such a way that, and then you go, like, you look at people from my hometown, and it's just like, yep, they just, I don't know, they just stayed in that little bubble. Like, very few people actually left and went, did things in different places and, like, pursued those things. Some people did, which is great, but a lot of people are just like, yep, got some girl pregnant at 19 and just worked at a bar. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it just in terms of, like, you were never really taught to aim any higher than that. You were just taught to, like, yeah, that's it. That's what we're preparing you to do, is just keep the economy going with, you know, fill these jobs. So, you know, it is what it is. There's so many E's. Are we from the same place? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, +3. Add emerald tiles to the bag. Hold one tile and refresh all the others. Add on bonus points. That's not bad. Let's go with this. Useful now, but maybe it'd be good to get rid of. Yeah. Like if I'd like the best that I could have probably done in my life if I'd stayed in the UK was I became a teacher and I'd stay as a teacher. And that's it. Didn't matter that I didn't have actual real world experience really in that field. You just become a teacher because you have the qualification and that's it. Or I would go on the management track at a supermarket and then eventually become a manager of a store. That was it. You get paid very well, but you'd be paid like 50, maybe like 50 to 70K, which was a very, very good wage from where I'm from. Like you could live a very, very comfortable life. 70,000 pounds. What's that like? US, that would be like 100, 120K, you know, in a place where the cost of living is a little bit less. Not anymore, but at the time, cost of living was like way, way less. Like food is a lot cheaper there, but there's houses now that are selling at like Canadian market prices that shouldn't be. Like the neighbor to my parents' house sold, it's a semi-detached house, sold for £185,000, which is like $350,000. But the average wage where I'm from is like less than 25,000, right? So it used to be you could buy a place before the whole housing market crashed in 2008. You could get 8 times your annual salary for a mortgage. Now you're lucky if you can get 4.5 in this day and age. So someone like, there's a lot of people who work in the big cities, like they'll work in Liverpool or they'll work in Manchester, but they'll just take the train in and they'll live in a cheaper, more not a suburban, it's not really a thing, but like a more rural, smaller village where it's like they can get a lot more for the money because they'll be working in Manchester making £80,000, but live somewhere where they can buy a big fuck off house, right? And just travel in, spend the hour, whatever. They'd rather have that. But you have all the people that live in that town where it's like they work at the local supermarket and they're making 18 to 20,000 a year, maybe 25K, and they can't afford housing and to live there anymore because a 2-bedroom 900 square foot apartment is £170,000 and they can't get a mortgage for that, or the rent is like $1,200 a month, right? But they only make, you know, UK taxes is like 20% at the base. So what would that be? Like, let's say 24K is 2,000 a month. So you take off 400. So they have 1,600 to live on, and 1,200 of that goes to the rent, right? And in the UK, there's no caps, like, so they can just keep raising the rent indefinitely. It's kind of like in Toronto, where if a building was built after 2018, there's no rental caps. It's the same thing. They can just keep they can just keep raising the rent, and the rent's weekly as well. And so your wage can get really out of sync with it. Oilfield could have made 120K mid-20s and bought a house there. Yeah. But the difference is you couldn't make 120K. Really, like that was very, very outlier. That would be like if you were a manager of a store, that would take you like 3 to 5 years to get to. You would have to then also, you couldn't manage a store that you'd already worked in. The number of stores that you could manage were very limited. And so you'd have to work in a different store that's much further away. You'd have to move, things like that. Most places outside, yeah, but and they're just so greedy right now. But it's like, no one can afford the housing. And like the house that I grew up in is not like, it's a house, sure. Mop. Oh my God. Hi, Caleb. Mop, thank you. Oh, that was loud. Mop, thank you for the 23 months. Nice glasses. Thanks, dork. Fucking dork. See, I could swear on my channel. You do too, but yeah. Tell me shot. Yeah, I'm bad. Hi, Caleb. How's it going? Pop in, say they look nice. Wow. Unbelievable. You look, that's okay. You got to stream in 25 minutes anyway. You got to be late to your stream in 25 minutes. Definitely read that as pooping. Yep, she's pooping. She's always pooping. I swear to God. Okay, so Mop. started, like, I sent Mop something on Instagram a few weeks ago, and she starts replying, and I'm like, you're live, what's going on? And then I'm like, I look at the stream, I open the stream, look at the stream, chair's empty. I'm like, this motherfucker's messaging me while she's peeing. And then the entire day that she, like, every time she took a pee break, she'd message me being, I'm peeing, heh. I was like, I don't need to know this. I'm at work. Get out of my DMs. Stop telling me that you're peeing right now. Wash your hands, Lysol your phone, and get back to Bravely Default, okay? Leave me the fuck alone. Anyway, how's it going? We're on round 2 of Legendary Mode. You're the one calling. I am calling out. I'm calling everyone out. Time to change the DMs. Yeah, you definitely. Ooh, Scott sends me some monstrous messages. Monstrous. Girthy. Actually, 9 times out of 10, Scott messages me and just reminds me that I have a mortgage and I should stop buying things. That's most of the messages from Scott right now. So I don't really buy a lot of stuff anymore. It's when I bought like the sous vide. Okay. What do we? Also, if you haven't played this game, it's Balatro with words, but it's basically like words on stream, but manual. So that's basically what this is. Lots of eyes, yeah. No ends. I might have to refresh. There's too many vowels. Retort? What'd you call me? Grittier? Grittier might be a better one. Grittier. Yeah, that's a good one. Torsion. Testicle torsion. What was it? Yeah, so only vowel. Yeah, well, we got some better ones now. If only we had different letters completely, I could actually make a word. Like if I had a W or an H. There we go. Stain like wine on your cut. Yes. Missing an A for areola. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Caleb, how's it going? Happy Monday for you. We having a good weekend? Season. Oh, speaking of, I had some like ribeye steak that I defrosted. I cut it up and vacuum sealed it. Forgot to like put the oil, the salt, and the pepper on it before I vacuum sealed it. So I guess I'm gonna sous vide it and then do that. It's not gonna be as good. I can already tell. Coachings. There we go. That's a good one. But yeah, it's like, it's such a weird thing where it's like all of these places selling for 8 times the average cost of living, and it's just weird. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever live in the UK again. I didn't really mesh well in that society. I don't mesh well in any society, I'll be honest, but at the same time, it's like I felt very Locatava when it unlocks permanently doubles its score. That could actually be pretty sick. 3 in 4 chance for the perk screen to have 4 perks to pick from. 1 in 4 chance. That could be good. That could be good. That one would be interesting. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't want to waste any refreshers. But yeah, I don't know. Eventually, like, I don't think I'd ever get rid of this place. I actually really like this place. I've been planning it out this weekend. Like I bought a stud finder. Oh, pogs. Some pogs. Does anyone still have the pogs? Does anyone buy a pog maker? I had a pog maker, and I made my own pogs, and I just made them out of like photos of me as a baby. So I don't actually have any photos, like actual photos, because I cut them up to make them into pogs. So there's just pogs of me as a 4 or 5 year old at school, and I was like, why did I make? I saw these like last time I went back to you. I was like, why did I make these? The hella pogs. They're those it's like cardboard printed things, and you got like a little metal, what's called a slammer, or a plastic one. You had to hit them, and like you stack them up, you hit them, and they flip them over, and if you flip them over, you win them and keep them. Can't really be planning to a greedy slum. No. I don't want to be a slumlord. If I could, I would try and make it as like I would definitely use a property management service, because I think just having that separation, after my experience with like landlords who can't do it professionally, I think stepping away from that, I don't ever want it to be that way. But I would want to try and offer it in a reasonable way. But I just don't think there's any reason to get rid of this place, but also it makes it harder to like buy another place, right? Kilobytes. That's a good one. That's a really good one. You know what we need? The long word multiplier again. That was a great modifier. Gods, board, godded, and there was two, yeah. Is unregarded? Hi, Raphael. How's it going? Welcome back. That was OP. Kilobytes is a great one. You should be proud of that. Pretty good? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think the next place, if I do buy one, I would want to buy a 2-bedroom or a house. I think at this point, I would consider living further out. I think that I'm okay with it to have a yard and everything, again, for a dog and whatnot. I think having a house would be nice. I just don't know a lot of the areas beyond downtown super well, and I think living somewhere like Langley or Coquitlam is just too far out for me, so it'd have to be in like the Burnaby area. That's really it. I don't want to live in New West. But yeah. Boarded. Gundam. Downgrade. Finally good with never seeing any of us ever again. I mean, I live pretty close to everyone, and I see everyone once a month at best. So it's like, why not, you know, if that's all it's going to be anyway, I'm okay to like make that travel, make that trip. If it's not going to be as frequent, I'd love to see people more frequently, but I also understand, one, I'm part of that problem, but two, people got other shit going on. But we don't see each other that often anyway, that it's like, why not, you know, get someone like that? I don't know. If I could get it, like, there was a 2-bedroom place. It was $1 million, so there's no way I could ever afford it on my own, without question. But there was a 2-bedroom place that I saw that was still in downtown that I really, really liked. I wish I could have got it, but I couldn't. It had a great layout. It even had like opportunity to turn this like dining area space into another room. It was like, I think it was even a 3-bedroom. And it was just like, the one I really, really wanted. I think it didn't have a balcony. The only downside is it didn't have a balcony. I really, really liked it though, but I was like, yeah, there's just no way. I think that I got in the market's about to fucking tank. And then especially at this place, I'm pretty sure the value is going to go down once construction starts around me. And so it's like, all right, well, you know, the best I can do is like technically sell it at a loss, because if I sell it at the same price I paid, I'm still going to lose. Market, oh yeah, that's right. I mean, it was more important to me to get a place that I could afford and just know I mean, the difference is like, yes, the market and the value of my apartment will go down without question. But I'm paying the same amount in a mortgage as I was in my rent. The difference is I'm paying it into the value of the property, if you will. So it's not just pissing it into someone else's pocket who screams at me and berates me, right? Or like I'm paying someone else's mortgage. At least it's like, yes, I'm paying a lot towards interest right now because that's how it stacks out. But at the same time, it's like, at least it's not like completely squandering that money. I'm not saying that rental isn't, because I think that renting makes sense 99% of the time over owning. I just had so many back-to-back bad experiences that I was like, I'm done with this. I need housing stability. I, want a dog. I can't deal with the constant threat of eviction in that snow. I can't do it. So yeah, you're in a different place. Yeah, it hit all my markers. It's, it worked. As Robin can kind of attest to, be like, you live at the edge of a tiny town, I wish you could live further. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Robin wants to go full hermit. As Robin can attest to, as much as this is very much my office, this functions as a second bedroom. It is not ideal. It's good for like a short-term stay of someone like coming like Robin, where it's like 2 weeks or whatever. I wouldn't be like, this is a second bedroom I would rent out, because it's like you can fit a twin bed, a side table, and that's kind of, you're limited to that, really. But in terms of like being able to offer that, is that like my friend Danica, who stayed with me before last year, she might be coming to stay this week for a few days. So I can just like, I'm not going to turn the whole thing down again, but I would kind of like move. I have another desk that I'd set up in my bedroom. I'd move the stuff I need for work out into that, and then just leave the rest in here because she can use it for her teaching stuff. That's what, yeah, right? Or, I mean, what's the stuff that you see in some places where it's a house and it's like a living room and they've put curtains up and single beds? Just homestead, become an influencer. There you go. I saw a video earlier. It was talking about bodybuilders all moving to Thailand because the cost of living there is you can rent a 3-bedroom, like, basically a mansion with a maid for like $800 a month US. And I was like, but I don't think I could do it. Modify sales price. I might go with this one because I feel like that could have helped us at some point last time. Costa Roy, yeah, that was the other. That's what they were kind of talking about, was that you can go into any pharmacy and you can buy Tren, testosterone, and all of this stuff for like dollars. And I was like, I don't want to do that stuff. That's not the point I'm trying to get at. They were saying it's like, yeah, if you want to be an influencer in the bodybuilding community and you just want to make content, you go there for, if you're from the US, you spend $1,000 a month for living and drugs, like for steroids and things like that. Then the cost of living for food is so low. For like $1,500 a month, you're living like a king, or queen, or whatever you want to be identified as. You're living well. You're living incredibly well versus here. And so it's like, but also, I don't know. I don't think maybe I would be okay there. I'm not sure. I don't think it's ever really appealed to me to live in a place like that. But I found it interesting. I was interested. I was just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I definitely need to get and it's all on me at this point. I definitely need to get my Canadian passport first, get that, and then maybe I'll do something like that where I'll just be like, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to live in this place for a year so that obviously I keep to the agreements that I bought the place under. And then maybe I'll be like, fuck this. I'm going to rent it out and move, like go to a different country and just see, right? Do like the digital nomad visa kind of thing. Maybe that's what we do. I'd love to do more like what Joel Haver does, honestly. Just like have a Patreon and just like use the money I get from a Patreon to make movies. He made like 12 feature films in a year. That's what I want to do. I assume that anyone is actually interested in this game that wants to type in chat and help, you're more than welcome to. I assume that you just have me muted so that I'm not yapping into your brain while you're trying to think of words. I just need to get the Canadian passport. That's genuinely it. Once I've done that and I've been in this place for a year, again, there's a whole thing of like having a dog and everything as well, right? It's like, that's not really a conducive thing to moving and doing all that stuff. Okay. I see Wang. Vulvas. Oh, okay. Vulva. Swag. Wizard? No. Hagrid? We need the S and the Z can be interchangeable upgrade. Wing. Pawning. Fixing. Fixing will get us more points. Hexing would get us points as well. But then we lose. Fixing. Unfixing. Alright, there we go. Magazine, that would have been good. Need to pass the test before you give me that passport? Yeah, I do. And I gotta sing. Oh, Canada. There you go. Done. Done. Maze. 2 W's. Start streaming and you taking practice. Christ, you're watching me play this. You think I can pass that? Hazed, mead, amazed. I thought amazed might be the amazed. Gemazed. So I need to see it. Ugh, no. When an upgrade is used for it. Wise to the Val. Let's go. Oh, good. Shapen. Oh, hi, Toxic. Good morning. At 4 p.m. 420 blaze it. Oh, isn't Val doing a festival? I need to look into that. I'm assuming that you were up till 5 a.m. playing COD. So it's 8:20. For you, wait, how's it 8:20? How are you 4 hours ahead? Where are you? Are you like as far... He was watching it last night. Okay, so I missed it. Great. Is it just at his place, or is it? You no longer send out. Okay. Have you done aorta? Could do. Ooh. Only problem, Caleb, has to be 6 tiles or more. That's the only problem. So that would actually get 0 points. Cam, I'm trying to look at the. Okay. Just mute me. Mute me. Is this helping, Robin? Am I helping? LA with Niveates and some of the dude are. Oh, okay. So they actually like rendered the space. Don't W2F me, okay? Don't threaten me with a good time. That's really cool, actually. I like. Zero shade on it. That's not what I'm bringing it up for. It's like, I saw his title that he was doing it, and I was curious about what it was going to be. So him renting a thing and like running like either a pop-up or whatever it is in LA is actually pretty sick. That's actually awesome. Like, he's had some incredible success with the DJing, which is awesome. Dota? No. Jointed. That'll get us something. Window. Get rid of that J. Mongrel. Nope, there's not. Mogrel. Mogrel. Porgle? Morgul? Pila? Pila will at least get us the points in power. Yeah, let's do that. Gets rid of a W. And gets us over. Alright, let's see. If the word begins with K, let's not do that one. +2 bonus points has the same number of tiles as the previous word. Otherwise resets to 2. Locks at 20. Okay. 5 standard tiles. Let's go with the O's. Found his niche in a full-time job. So he's... Wait. Oh, and it's his full-time job. Yeah, I mean, that was the difference than creative before, right? Because it's like, he was doing okay on creative, and he previously worked as a graphic designer. He was selling art, which is really cool. Like, I think he was doing that as his main thing. I don't know if he's still doing art outside of that too, but being able to do that, and if he's really super into it, is awesome. And he seems to have like a pretty good community around it too. I don't know a lot about the DJ scene in on Twitch, I'll be honest, but like, seems to be doing very well, which is awesome. Question. Yes. Are types of dog? I don't think so. Don't know anything about it. Yeah. It isn't easy or great paying being a DJ. Well, DJing on Twitch, I feel like you could actually make more money being a DJ on Twitch than you could being a DJ at a bar. Like, I think he has like over 1,000 subs. I don't know his like living expenses, like that's not privy to me. I know like he has a kid and everything. You can do it on your own time. There are some changes to the splits. Yeah, but if you have over 300 subs, you can get 70-30 split, right? So for every 1,000, and especially as a partner, you don't pay out the fees. It's never like perfect. We could try it. Oh, okay. I think it's just names. I think it's names and places you can't do. You did it. Good job. Robin's in dog mode. My friend who I worked with at Weta messaged me today, and she was like, oh, by the way, here's a photo of the dog that I'm trial adopting next week. Just out of nowhere. And the dog is really, really cute. She's like, yeah, I get it on Saturday. Like, so it'd be Friday this time. I was like, hell yeah. So she was like, I'm freaking the fuck out. Because she was like, this was not on the cards at all. Burmese. It's no R. And I was like, look, she's like, I'm so full of anxiety. I was like, look, lots of treats and lots of walks is going to be good for you and the dog to reduce that, to say the least. No, it's a small, I don't want to show her face. But, I don't know if you can. That's the dog? I don't know what type of dog that is. So it's not a big dog. I just don't want to show her face, like she didn't consent to that, so. But yeah, it's a very, very cute dog. Robin is not just getting a big dog. Robin is getting a horse. You had a picture of the breeder. I'm trying to get one from today, and I was... You had a bunch of pics of the breeder. I'm trying to get one from today, and I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Coworker posted that one in the office. No! That's not good. Can't go much bigger. Yeah. Robin's getting a freaking horse. Oh, okay. Guess can't do that. So we got an ing. There we go. There we go. Can you just get a saddle? Yeah. Wait, what? I ain't getting ridden. Do you think we'd be in the... I don't think so on this one. I don't think so on this one. I don't think we have the right modifiers. I think we were a lot closer yesterday with that final run where it was like we had some insane modifiers, but yeah. Great Dane, which is would be bigger. But yeah, fluffy one's the best. Not flying 10 hours with a dog for a vacation, not that cruel. Let's take a boat. I don't think we're gonna get past 4. I mean, maybe we might just get some crazy perks going after this. See, this is a pretty good one too, of like the bonuses too. Actually, this one would be pretty good. Plus the long word would actually go a little crazy. The long word modifier is the best one. So, oh, I know what you were suggesting. Yeah, the saddle was for me. I fully got that. How'd you spell bureau? Never mind, there's no R. There's too many vowels. We're refreshing. This is a shitty said Les, I guess. Yeah. I refreshed. It's always joined. Or joiner. Iodine. Is it just me? Is this year running way too quickly? Like we're in August, basically? Yeah. This year is going it's both going incredibly slow, but also incredibly fast. Liz, like, in the way of like how it's like it feels like a lifetime has passed in terms of world events of things that have happened. But it's like, how the fuck are we almost at August? Like, it's so weird. Don't remind you? Oh no. Depends on the new cycle event. Orphaned. Good, good. See, Robin gets to play the game without having to buy it. It's a perfect combo. Okay, add 10 bonus points, convert your 9A tiles. That could be pretty good. That could be pretty good. That could be useful. I think if we had more wild cards and exclamations, that would be pretty good. I think you would hate it not in a group setting. It could be pretty chill playing it on your own. But there is a certain aspect of like, my head hurts because I'm like, I just don't know that many words. That would like make sense and work well for this. Like getting through easy to hard was very easy. The jump up to legendary is pretty up there. Isolation. Is there anything I can do with it? I guess we got 9 of the A's. That's a pretty good one, Raphael. Isolation. Nice. It could be a pretty fun, chill game though. It is frustrating when you get to like, I got to round 13 on my own and then it just like, couldn't get past it. Junction. Nope. Adjacent? No, there's no D. Faucet. That gets us 2 A's. Wait, no, that doesn't. This gets us the 2 A's. So I'm gonna go with this. No A's. So can't do like cultivate. Not 2 N's. Don't you know? Oh no. Revolution. Robin with the big words. What about Tevolution? Yeah, I just don't see it very quick. Jevolution. Yeah, I know. Let's ship this one thing I'm looking forward to and never end up moving to. Is it not living out of a suitcase? The world exactly 5 tiles at 10 bonus points. I'm gonna go with this one for now. I don't think I need as many refreshes just yet. Oh, this one's okay. Let's go with 5. Full kitchen. Yeah. Yeah. Being able to like buy it and really stock it up. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't want to use the A if we can get it. Live out of a couple totes and yeah, being able to just like unpack and like put stuff away is good. Being able to just like pull out of a pantry and just like eat stuff. I really need to be better with my pantry. Pantry is full of a lot of like gadgets and not really a lot of like pantry style food right now. I do have like snack stuff, but it really I do really need to kind of like expand on that. I'm still in very much I want to get the living room set up before I really start digging into other things. But yeah, I'm a little restricted on space right now. I do have to like reorganize my storeroom. That's going to be probably something I do next weekend. Jumbo. That would be pretty good. Jumbo. Ooh, we're pretty low on points as well. Yeah, we need to... Yeah, we gotta step it up. Okay. Become. So we want to try and either use the A's. You are better than these words. Absolutely not, trees. Trees help. Trees help. Go follow trees, please. Trees is great. Trees is awesome. Go follow. Froggers. Foggers. Yeah. Corsage. Corsage. Trees, have you played this? I don't know if you'd like it or not. It's very like Balatro-esque. But it's cheekier. Cheekied. I would never. What? What do you mean you would never? You like word puzzle games. This is exactly up that. Words are, yeah. Yeah. She can't fight until like wow. Wow. Okay, we've got to we only got to get, so we just need a full lot of wood. I don't want to waste the A's now. So I'm going to go with dope. That's all we need. That's all we need. Wait, can I do dopey? The streamer rearranging letters is annoying, and when I can't type, can we find that? You're looking for an X. You're not looking for a Y. Sorry, Robin. Okay, use one more time than normal. If the first letter is a vowel, multiply. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Robin, I'm so confused. You don't like it when I do this? I'm so confused. It's so helpful. Educate? Educated? I saw, you know what? I saw that word while it was switching around while looking at OBS. I wasn't even looking at the game. She is ESL? Never. If anything, we're going to be harder. Quick soap? We've had that word a few times. Executed? Executed is pretty good. I think that gives us more points than if we use the Q. Yeah, we've got 5 plays on this as well. Fit your murderous emotion. That's true. That's what Robin would have done to me. And we got the first letter vowel power-up thing, which is good. Okay. So we got traitor. If we can use the A's, holy shit. Awaited? That'll give us double points. And it will give us the 1.5 times. Is there anything else? Super, so that while it's rearranging, maybe it's a pal. Yeah, I think it's just like your brain has to like latch onto something. I don't know. It could be how we get around this. Trees, how was the rest of blueprints? Did you figure out the remainder of things? You showed something on screen about like another word puzzle. Hopefully, like, you get there soon. You'll get there, okay? Some of us are just so good that we quit early, unlike some people who keep playing. I think this is the best one I'm gonna get, so I'm gonna hit play. Because then, yeah. Still water tints blank books and solve. So you solved that. You know what that means. I don't want to say anything if you don't. Okay, great. Do you know, so then you've done that bit, so then you know, do you know what the next bit is that you need to do? Now I have 2 books to read. Yeah, well, there you go. You did it. You're so close. And that is where I saw, okay. You're very close to the next bit. Waterloo? Is there a way we can use more A's? Is like what? No, because there's no T's. A waiter? A waiter? A waiter's better. Hi, Crack. How was your stream, dude? So you were live on YouTube. How was it? I think this might be it. We might be done. We might be done for. Organizer? Okay, no. It was good, good. So hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think we might be done. I mean, I do have refreshes as well. There's no, yeah. Rail, sail, slain, longer. Lagoon? Lagoons? Yeah. Well, we might make it on the last play. Oh, come on. 2 points off? Okay. Crack. It's not fair, man. It's not fair. Yeah, I would say I missed your stream because I had to like clean a bunch of stuff because I had a date over yesterday, and she spilled wine all over the couch and my rug, and I just cleaned it as I could last night, but then I spent the time cleaning it today, and yeah, took a while to like get it all good. It didn't use bow 6 point, yeah. Oh, is that what? Fuck, I should have changed it. It seems, yeah, it was white wine, luckily. It wasn't red wine, so it didn't stain. There's no, like, smell. Like, after I did it yesterday, there's no smell, but I just did it another once over today, and then I was washing because it got on the cushion covers and everything. My couch doesn't have cushions that come off and you can unzip. It's just like it's like a sectional couch, but it's 2 pieces that just disconnect. So I couldn't just, like, take it off. Like, you have to just, like, immediately get it. Luckily, I have a spot cleaner for when I had a dog, but I didn't have any solution for it, so I just had to use, like, dish soap and hot water, like warm water, which isn't too bad, but yeah, so I had to spend the time doing that and just cleaning all the stuff, so I was very preoccupied. I don't want to use a big word. I want to use the minimal amount because we're only 2 points off. Yeah, don't want to use a big word because like it's a waste. Get rid of some of the letters if I can, but so 6. I think the minimum you got to do is 4 letters. Air. Pins might be good. I'm gonna just do that. Hole. That's all I am to you people. Just a hole. And that could be 28 points. Create 3 new standard tiles, same letter provided as tile. That could be useful. Add a hold zone. We have 3. We have 3 turns left. Add 2 emerald S's. Let's do it. 6 was yet. Yeah. Yeah. That was a good... Okay, there is no way in 3 turns we're going to get to 320 points. There's no E's. It's parasol. Sonar. Could be. Sonar's not too bad. Welcome on in, Twitch Inspector. Parasol. Parasail? No, we only have 2 A's. Soprano. I don't know what parasol. Yeah, the strategy on this is hard because it's not just like the word you're playing. You got to think about what you're leaving behind too for the rest of it. Oh, fuck. Okay, so this refreshes. All right, we got 2 chances. And if I refresh, it takes a play away. So I can't really refresh. Noon, tune. Explore. This is not for you. It's hard. It's hard. The other levels are fine. I got through them in like 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. This I've been on for like 10 hours. Explore. Blexplore. Opulence. Is opulence there? Opulence. It's gonna try and add another letter every single time. You want the first letters of vowel? Yeah, I do. All right, we got one play left. One play to get basically 222 points. So many S's. One A, so not even a multiplier. Just throw an X in? Yeah, that's what we need. Something set. Gaseous. I know I need the Assiest. Diseased. Outdoors. 200 points in a word? That's next to impossible? I don't know. No, I've done it. I've definitely done it. I think I've got like a 284 letter, like 284 point word before. Not in legendary mode, but so in order to get a 1.5 times multiplier, have to start with a vowel. Outgassed. That might be the one. Outgassed. Yes. Outgassied. Gaseous. I don't know. I'm just shouldn't suggest this is a Gemma, but here we are. Wow. Outgasses. Outdress. I don't know if that's a... Alright, let's go for it. Too late now. Boom. Well, there we go. Alright. We'll play another round. Twitch is about to run an ad though, so I'm going to use it to take a break and make a quick drink. I'll be right back. It's running a 90-second ad, so I'll be right back. I'll hit play again, and then I won't get rid of the screen so you can look at the words. Good night, Robin. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, obviously. My stream just exists to facilitate Robin. Like I said, Robin's just playing vicariously through me. That's it. All right, let's give it a go. All right, stowage it is. Just rename the account? Yeah, I should. Boom, look at that. Robin's actually just off camera here. Standard C tiles. None of these are very good. I'm gonna go with the extra Y. I do like this game though. It is pretty fun. I was like, when I first played the first levels, I was like, I'm kind of like losing, like it's not quite scratching the itch that I want. I still don't think it's reaching the same levels of what Balatro gives me when I play it, where it gives me a certain feeling. But at the same time, it's like, I'm definitely like enjoying it more with the challenge of legendary mode. Like really, this is the default mode, I would say. But I've never done the endless modes or the challenge mode and things like that. I'd like to, but I want to beat this first. Rejoining. Also made a tea, which is nice. Mostly because I don't want to have another coffee. Not that it's too late. I mean, it's 5 and I'm going to go to the gym after this, but I don't know. It's just a lot of coffee, right? But it's really nice having the coffee machine because it gives me instant hot water, which is fucking great. I was boiling the kettle before and I was just like, making a cup of tea takes like 6 minutes because I have to wait 3 minutes to boil it. Then I have to pour it and I have to wait 3 minutes for it to kind of like steep. Whereas now it's instant. And like, it still takes a few minutes for sure, but like it's steeping while it's in the hot water. So falafel. Nice. That was pretty good, actually. Man, it really wants me to take this one. Multiply the final score by the number of E's in the word. Let's go with that one. I should really use rerolls earlier on when I have less plays. Oh, I thought I had another N. I don't have an S, don't have an N. Very funny show, by the way. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be your dad's favorite military show, but it's so stupid. It's just so it's such a stupid reaches. I love it for all the wrong reasons because it's so terrible, but it makes it great. There's no A. If I had an A, this would be good. There's no Oz. Need to stop BMS. I got IBS. Does that count? Is that Black Mafia Family or whatever it is? What's BMS? Big Muscle Syndrome? Blue Mountain State. You really want me to watch Blue Mountain State just because of Alan Richson? Stinky. This is the words that I'm stuck with because Robin is my brain. Yeah, if I had an aw, it would be good. Oh well. If I had completely different letters, this would be fine. There we go. What was that show with the Mountie? It was like a Canadian show. It was just called like, I can't remember. He had like a white husky. Can't remember the name of it. It was very big in the UK. There was that, and it was like Due South. Yes, Due South. There was also what was it Late Delivery? What was the movie? No, it was a TV show with Kyle. What's his name? Kyle. No. Early Edition? Early Edition, was it? Yeah, Early Edition. There was that. That was a big. I don't know if you guys saw that. One of the bars had to do with South. It was a mindfuck. All I remember is the intro of that show, and there was a husky, and it was a guy who was a Mountie dressed in the red uniform, and I was like, that's it. I don't remember anything else. I also remember the intro of Early Edition, but Early Edition with I can't remember his name, but it was basically a guy. That show, it was so good. You know what? I love shows like that where it's like the whole I mean, you can't do literally that show now, but what would you do? It's like you get access to the news feed on Twitter tomorrow, but the whole premise of that show is this guy gets delivered the newspaper, and it's tomorrow's newspaper, and then he tries to prevent something from happening from the future because the paper tells him. So yeah, it was really good. So it was like if someone's gonna die, right? You'd see like the obituary, And so he tried to find that person and help save them, and so they pull a girl. Yeah. Nope. Okay, can't do Mountie. Mounted. It was yeah, it was a good show. There was another. I mean, there's been so many shows called New Amsterdam, but there was one that I always remember. Like, there's one that's happened, like it's on right now, called New Amsterdam, and I think it's like a doctor show, or whatever. The movie is Men with Brooms. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen Men with Brooms. But it was a show called New Amsterdam, and it was this guy. It was an interesting show, but it was the stupidest premise ever. It was the stupidest premise ever. The premise of the show was this guy is cursed to live forever. I think it had, what's his face? Jamie Lannister in it. I'm pretty sure it was Jamie Lannister actor. It was in it. And, it's this guy who's cursed to live forever. Hard to say, okay. And, like, the only way that he would ever die is if he fell in love. And so it's just like he lives this life and he's trying to meet the one that he like, so he can fall in love. So he's lived for hundreds of years, but he's never fallen in love, and he meets someone. And it's kind of almost like the plot of Hancock in a way, which is really funny, but he doesn't have superpowers. And it's like he almost dies because, like, he's like in a relationship with this woman, and then in order to save his life, she has to leave him behind, and he's in like the hospital bed, and it's like it got one season, then it was canceled, and it was just it was such a weird show. I don't know why I watched it, but it was such a weird show. 2 points if let her purchase. Okay, this one could be useful for now, at least. Or I could reroll. Let's go with this. So does that mean it has to be contains OO? So, okay, so it has to be a letter pair. It can't just be like 2 O's in the word. They have to be side by side. Like, I could do like poos. Spooge. Okay, well, that's rude. That should be in the... Goop. Goopy. You might like Men with Brooms. I could check it out. I mean, there's a lot of shows. I liked Letterkenny for a while, and then it was just like, it kind of ran into that issue that a lot of other shows do, where it's like, it never got worse. It stayed as good as it was the whole time, but you just get very used to the sense of humor. I don't know, because like there's things like that where I watch it and I'm like, it doesn't feel worse, but I don't enjoy it as much. But if I go back and watch the earlier seasons, I enjoyed it a lot more. Like, I think that with Always Sunny, where it's like, I don't think the new seasons have been very good. I think they're fine. But when I go back and I watch like the original, like there's something about them where like they are objectively better episodes. Like, I'm not saying it got worse. It definitely, like, they smoothed out a lot of the edges, but I think the edges is what made it unique, and as you get further in. But then there's like shows like The Office, where aside from like the last 2 seasons, it was just consistently good. Like, it never really like dipped or anything like that in that way, other than like the weird last season where it's like with the sound guy. Like shows like that, it's like it never really like faulted in that way. But I do think shows like Always Sunny did get, I don't know, Only So Much in Small Town. Is that another show? Okay. I might just go with Goop. Let's just like farm some extra points. No. The plots for Letterkenny, small town kind of. Yeah. Oh, definitely. And then, but then they have the spin-off Shoresy. I have no interest in that. I want to try and farm bonus points though. That's the only thing. So we have to try and end it with a DE. Is advise, which doesn't do what I need it to do. Show's actually pretty decent for what I watch, but I go alongside. Yeah. I think as well there's an aspect of like, it could be funny, but I also don't get the sense of humor because I'm not familiar with, one, the Canadianness around it, and two, I'm not familiar with hockey, so there is an element that I'm missing. Whereas I think something like Schitt's Creek is very Canadian, but it has broader appeal. Let's. I shouldn't really get rid of the E's. Should keep them, but I do get that. Okay. I'm kind of like flailing right now. Okay. I do want to end in DE though. I could just do like a very easy word. Cause the thing is I have a lot of, so that gets me 2 actually, because I get the double. I have a lot of plays. I should like use these earlier rounds to do this. In. I only need 2 points. Okay. Well, we might as well get it. Also, phone request to watch the Red and Green show and Royal Canadian Air Force. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what any of that means. Okay, we're going with exclamations. Add 3 bonus points, increase 5. That one's pretty good, but I need 3 rerolls in order to do that, really. Let's go with that, and let's see if we can end up actually getting that. Word must include the highlighted. Okay, that's fine. And an RE. We'll lose 2 plays. Ooh. I don't think this is the best word I can get. Behaviors. Gotta love the British spelling. Get us that extra letter. Let's go. Canadian Comedy Group. Red and Green Show and the Royal Canadian go with. Okay, this so. I mean, I've never even seen like Kids in the Hall or anything like that. You know. There's a lot of shows that I didn't see. Fuck Kids in the Hall. I can't do a rectile. Unrestily. Unrest. Okay. I'm always like 2 points away. UN. Donate idle. There we go. Gets rid of some weird letters and yeah. Rare language page likes to appear. Add 4 refreshes. You have 3. Refreshes free if you have a tile. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Why not? Why not? I could have done a... Okay, so we want to end in E's. We need a UN. Yeah, okay. All red and green shows have been added to YouTube. I started watching Taskmaster because they added all the seasons of Taskmaster to YouTube for free, which is amazing. Some of the seasons, though, are pretty rough. And, like, 1, I don't know the people. 2, I don't think they're really, a lot of them are comedians. They're just, like, I hate you, I'm using the term very loosely, personalities. But some of the seasons, I'm like, this fucking sucks. And I had to, like, stop watching it because I was like, I don't like any of these people at all. So I've, like, been cherry picking some seasons. Like, I think my favorite one, I like the Jason Mantzoukas one. I really like the one with Rod Gilbert and James Acaster. I really like that season. The one with, like, Jason Mantzoukas was kind of frustrating because there were some people who... It's the seasons where it's, like, the people who refuse to take part in doing some of the activities because they don't want to look stupid. Bothers me because I'm like, you knew what you signed up for. And it's like, it just really takes away from the... Oh, thank you. It just really takes away from, like, the why did you... Like, I understand why you went on it, but it's, like, trying to be too cool to be on it, just, like... I don't know. I don't enjoy that. Like, just embrace it. It's like, oh, I won't do this challenge because it will get my shoes dirty. It's like, why did you... 1, you went on the show for the wrong reason then. 2, why did you wear, like, the best shoes that you could to do that, right? Yeah, let's try that. I'm pretty sure I've got this word twice now. I'm gonna take the D off because it will give me a double. Yeah, it'll give me a double. Yeah. No? Oh, it's the number of E's. Fuck. I always forget that. I'm always like, oh, it'll double the word, but it's the number of E's. Fuck's sake. So I should have just added the D. Oh well. I know there's like jointed and things like that, but maybe let's do that to get rid of the joining. Get rid of the J, I guess. There we go. All right, let's see. Create a new standard tile with the same letter. So tile has that. Okay, so submitting. Convert the 7th tile into a golden tile. That one could be pretty good. That one's a one-off, but it gives us 10 tiles, which could give us more ease. I do like this one, though. This one's pretty interesting. I mean, it definitely makes it... Wait, why did... Oh, it just says... I was like, why is this saying G? I think it's just for gold. That's why. Something free. Traffic. Ferret. Ah, but I got a gold C out of this one. I'm gonna go with that. Ferret's a good one though. And that would have given me more things from that, right? Leashed. Released. Oh, if I had different letters. I'm always like, oh, I've only had a U and an N. Yeah, that's a different word entirely. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted, because that stacks with this one now. That's the one I wanted. That one is very good too. Fuck. But if I do this one, it will give me bonuses. Tiles fresh as submission, refresh as cost plays. Okay. This location. Alchemy. I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll give me a gold Y. I'm gonna go with the gold O, just because O is more likely to come up. I hate like. I mean, that's also pretty useful if I do have other ones already. Okay. Just as a heads up, an ad is about to run too. Guinness. I don't think I can use Guinness. It's definitely Fessa. If I can get a UN out of this, that would be good. Undefend. No. That doesn't even give me the. Undress? Undress, that'll do it. Undress. There it is. Give me that bonus. Rebel. Turntable. Nice. That's actually pretty sick. That's actually a really good one. I'm gonna give myself credit. Holy on that one. Turntable? You kidding me? Oh, we had a gold letter as well. Yes. It's heavier. So I'm gonna go watch a remake of a movie this week, which Superman or Lilo and Stitch. What remake? The Naked Gun. Oh my god, that one. Okay, so even though that would give me an extra point, That would actually be really useful. Maybe? I'm gonna go with the reroll for free. I'm torn. Because I could get rid of that. This one is useful. That one I could get rid of too. Could get rid of this. I feel like getting rid of that, like, not yet, but soon. But then that allows me to, like, use more letters. I'm just gonna reroll. I'm taking the free. 2 diamond X's. Yeah, let's go with that. Movie. Jovial. It's a lot of O's. That's a lot of O's. Moxie. That's a lot of points to get to. Hovel. Just trying to think if there's anything I can do with the E's, but I think jovial might be the best word. I'm gonna get out of this. Yeah, I don't know if I want to see the Naked Gun remake. I don't care for Liam Neeson, I'll be honest. I just don't get why he became the Giza teaser action star at like 70. It's such a weird thing. I don't know. Guess someone had to take over from Bruce Willis, but okay. Enemy. Probably because he wants to enjoy acting. And I don't know, he doesn't seem like he's enjoying acting. Ever. Like, I think the honestly one of the best roles that he did was when he was in the episode of Extras, where it was like he was playing the serious, like being serious in a comedic way. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, all he's done is like those shitty action movies for the last like 10 years. I just don't think that's the play. Again, it's like the Harrison Ford thing, right? It's very clear he's just doing it for the money. Enemy. I got 7 plays and I don't want to waste them. I'm trying to think of this like ideology. No, there's no L. Naked Gun is serious role. Yes, true. I think it's hard. It's also hard that you're comparing to like Leslie Nielsen as well, right? I'm gonna. I don't think that's how you spell homogeny. Okay, it is. I'll take it. Oh, if I'd used the E, fuck. Well, yeah. Yeah, true. It's hard to say. I haven't seen a movie. You haven't seen a movie since Calgary. I do recommend Bring It Back. It's pretty good. Dioxides. I don't think there's anything with the C I can use. I'll save the golden E. No? Oxide. Stop going with the E. Also, we seem to Ultra Christian National Singers get most of his show shit. No, which one's this? Which one's this? Like, you could be talking about any of them. Is that how you spell pumice? Nope. Is it ICE? Pumice. Pumice stone. Rebel. Relaxed. It's not bad. I've been really bad with keeping up with the news. I just, like, as much as it's a privileged position to be in, I do kind of shelter myself a little bit from that because I just fucking can't. If you spell a word with exactly 8 tiles, doubles the number of refreshers you have. We're gonna re-roll. When submitting, add 3 bonus points, increase by 2 when you add a new tile. No. We're gonna add. Never even heard of him. Never even heard of him. I'm gonna skip. This tile must be a vowel or it will be destroyed. Awaited. We are getting quite a few gold tiles of like 7-letter words. Pretty good. Do I have the Y as a vowel? No. +6 of his Canadian stops are cancelled on him. Why? So what did he do? Like, I don't think I saw any in Edmonton. Oh, for the movies. What did he do? I don't understand. Like, I don't know. I'm not a good barometer of what, like, someone being popular or anything like that. So. Off. There's no Oz. Open eyes. I don't know. Open. I guess that's the only one I can think of using. Let's go with open. Yeah, what did he actually do? Okay. So I don't have two E's. I really don't have good letters. I might have to like refresh. Okay, not terrible, not terrible. Think I'll try. Yeah, but like, what I'm saying is he must have done something, because like they wouldn't have booked him. They wouldn't have allowed him to book, but like he must have done something in order for those tour stops to be cancelled, right? I really don't know enough words to play a game like this. Okay, there we go. Immersed. Oh, and two E's as well. So let's go. Nice. Okay, okay. That wasn't too bad. On God. Go with that. Some of the permits he had were with Parks Canada, which is a limitation on type of. Oh, okay. So like, yeah, you can't host like certain. Right. Man, it's such an interesting thing with like the Christian thing of just like you can get away with so much as long as you just come out and say that you're Christian. People will just forgive you regardless of your actions going forwards or backwards. It's like it's some weird absolution or like absolving of all these things, and it's like no. Oh, yeah. 1000%. Yeah. Ultra white Christian. Yeah, that's all I need. Which is just so funny because, like, pretty sure Trump doesn't believe in any of those things. And he's literally, you know, this. So, again, that's a whole area of, like, whatever. It's just. There is a difference between being a conservative and being a MAGA, right? There is a big difference, but it is unfortunately all lumped into one. Okay. I don't think that's going to get us over the line, but... Oh, come on! Let's just go with that. Always one letter shy. Always, always, always. Every time. Every single time. Okay. Plus 4 bonus points if your words contain an O. Yeah. Exactly 4 tiles. Duplicate the first tile and add it. Not bad. What's it? N. Kind of useful. Okay, let's delete that. If you spell a word with exactly... Okay, that destroys. Exactly 6 tiles, add 10. Let's skip. Alright, round 11. I don't think I'm going to get past this with 4... Okay, pent, gent, there's ing. So there's... Boarding. Yeah. I think that's the best what I'm going to get out of this. Need to get the West kind of... Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. West Canada's already fucking weird. The fact of, like, BC being almost like a 50-50 split is fucking crazy. Okay, maybe I need to bust out using the X on this one. I don't know how. Every... Vertex. Okay. Some got an ES. Yeah, we got 2. Two Ys as well. So there's like an EST. There's no Q. There's no N's. Steel. I'm gonna refresh. Okay. 2 X's. Fuck. Okay. Nope. BC is pretty rural outside low mainland. Low mainland rich. Just want to fuck everyone over. Yeah. Yeah, it is a capitalist paradise of fuck you, got mine. That's for sure. Dairy. I don't have two ends. I have I and C E. So you could do wince. Winced. So it was X-ray. I think I'm too stupid to get past this round. Well, at least I didn't put you in this time. That's good. Yeah, we need 124 points in one turn. Rationer? I don't think that's a... It's exacting. Reacting. Reaction. A reactionary. Okay, this could be something. Okay, we might have done it. We're so back. I'll take it. All right, add bonus points equal to the number of freshes you have. Make a new copy of it. Okay. 3 different vowels multiply the... Okay. Alright, we definitely need to get this up. That's for sure. Reactionary is a great word. I'm very glad I found that one. Okay. Gotta use our refreshers. Gotta find an ES somewhere. Basting. You know, like a turkey. Okay, not a bad start, but not a great start. Okay. There's no R, so no torpedoes. Okay, so I gotta find a way to almost use everything in this now with an X, ES. Destiny. Okay, that's gonna override that though. I think that's the best what I'm gonna get. Yeah. Alright. Converting that Y to gold. Take it. Oh, that sucks. I was like, pal. Yeah, that's not a word. I'm gonna refresh. Sorry, X. Stood. Should. There's no E's. There's like, can't do like booze. Astound. There's no eyes. I'm gonna refresh again. We're just gonna keep going. So last chance. There's no U. Fuck. All right. There's a lot of like. I don't know. I'm clutching at straws now. Scale, scaly, scalar, mascara. No. I don't have a U, so I can't even do like squirrel. Oh well. GG's. We ain't cutting it. No. Releaser, 234 points. What a word. What a word. What a word. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to call out a stream though. I'm very sorry. But it is 6 o'clock. I have to put a hard cutoff, otherwise I'll be here forever. And I want to go to the gym before it closes. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate it. We're gonna mix it up a little bit because we rated Rare last time. So I'm gonna send you over to Mop, who's playing Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. I think this just came out. So I'm gonna send you folks over there. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate it. This game is really fun. I'm not very smart, but it is what it is. Please go say hi to Mop. She's great. She stopped in earlier. I don't know about streams in the week. I am on more full-time hours when it comes to work, and things are like busy but not busy. There's just a lot to do, so I can't really guarantee, but I'll let you know in Discord on the day if it's happening, if it's not. If not, I will see you next weekend. Probably play something else instead of this, but I'll find something that's going on. I don't think Shay's back for a while. What's the date? Maybe he is back. I don't know. If he's back, might do some multiplayer stuff next weekend, but I'll speak with him first. Like, if he's just getting back then yeah. Anyway, go set him up. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great Monday if it's already Monday for you. Take care. I love you. Bye-bye.